Look at all those smiles on there. I don't know if it's happy smiles or nervous smiles, but we got a lot of smiles over here on the left side of the screen. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight on Beyond the Booth. I'm the Howard Chandler along with Phil Harris. Phil's the one right below me. And tonight our special guests are the Hamptons from Rainsville. Uh, I'm going to let y'all introduce each one of you, and then we'll get started.
Okay. Grant, you introduced Jada. Jada, you introduced Grant.
This is my sister Jada.
Tell her what she does.
She plays softball at the Northeast Community College in Powell.
And this is Grant. He's a senior at Plainview. In football season right now, he also plays golf at Plainview. And this is our mom, Dana Hampton.
I was wondering who's going to introduce the mom there. So it's a very athletic family, as y'all can tell. A very happy family. All the smiles that we got going on. And Mom, I'm going to start with you real quick. Two kids, one in college, one at in high school, playing. Got Jada that's playing softball right now. You got the Grant that's playing the football, going into the playoffs. How's your nerves right now?
Well, I'm a little nervous. I'm kind of like in the mode of 1 week at a time. That's what we're shooting for with football. Very excited. I never thought that this could be happening for Grant's senior football year. So we're just super excited about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Big game coming up. You're going to get a little break coming up pretty soon. Jada's last fall game is Thursday at home. Finally get to play a home game after 2 months on the road. Jada, how's that going to feel?
Great, a lot better. I like sleeping in a little bit. Normally have to get up pretty early to go travel. But I like playing at home. Our field is super nice and super grateful for having that field.
Absolutely. And we just had your coach on just literally like 3 minutes ago. I was talking to him, and I don't know if you saw it or not, but I did put the bug into Dr. Campbell last Thursday to turn that place into a dome where y'all could play year round and not have to worry about the weather.
Yeah, you could probably fit us all on the inside.
Right. Well, that's good. Playing at home Thursday. Turn it over to Grant. Grant, you get to play at home on Friday. Playoff games. It's been a while since Plainview's hosted a playoff game in the first round. How's the team feel? How's everybody, the student body feel about it?
Oh, we're good. It's just more nerve-wracking because we haven't had a winning season yet. My high school career, it's just different. But we got a couple banged up right now on the line, especially. We had people step in last week. Coach got a good game plan, so we're confident this week.
And Dana, one question for you, then I'll turn it over to Phil. Have you ever got up and got ready to go to the game and forget which one's playing and put on the Northeast shirt instead of the Plainview shirt or vice versa?
I've never done that, but now you have. If you've ever been with me anywhere, you might see me in a Plainview shirt and some Mustang earrings or vice versa. If they're playing on the same day, I might wear a shirt with a different pin of each of them. So I'm that crazy, silly mom, the loudest out there, usually to support them.
Awesome. Well, Phil, you got a good family here you're fixing to talk to. There's all smiles and everything. And I don't know if they'll be all smiles when they get done talking to us or not, but at least for right now they are.
I think they're going to enjoy it. I think, I've been looking forward to having you on because, kind of a different look here and kind of a family affair. And Dana, I want to start with you. Of course, the balance of having a student at Northeast and a student in high school. And of course, Chris, your husband, how do y'all balance all this? You've got home life, you've got school life. How are y'all able to balance all this?
Wow. Well, we've been a sports family since the kids have been like 3. Started out with t-ball and soccer. They both played baseball with Grant and softball with Jada. Sometimes we have been to every single game pretty much, other than a few of Jada's on the road this past fall softball season. But me or Chris usually are at one of their games. We don't miss really anything at all, mostly because we've made it a priority. I currently work with a great group of girls that understand that when I need to leave early or need a day off to go to a game, that they're very, they'll work around my schedule and make sure that I get to go. I'm so thankful.
Yeah, because this is a great time. Well, I want you to tell us a little bit about these two, because I'm gonna ask them some questions later on. Tell us a little bit about Grant and tell us a little bit about Jada. Tell us a little bit about these two.
Okay. So Grant is my baby. Let's see. Grant is very hilarious. He is a very witty child. Always keeps us on our toes. Let's see. He likes to eat. We all love food, but Grant loves to eat. We've always been, like I said, on a softball field, a diamond, a rectangle court, a golf course, their whole life. I mean, honestly, we usually get a week off in the year where we don't have to be somewhere like that. And that's been since they've been very, very small. It's about to wrap up, though, and it's super sad to me. But Grant, like I said, he's played baseball, basketball, football, golf. But yeah, we've enjoyed it. He's my little baby.
Yeah. Okay, and then on the other side, you've got Jada. Tell us a little bit about her.
Jada's my big baby, so she's my baby too. She's my first baby. She's the oldest, of course. She is a very dependable person, very dedicated to anything that she does. Very smart, intelligent, of course, beautiful. She's got a very bright future for herself. They both do. Yeah,
naturally. Well, I want to ask a question to both of y'all. Naturally, and I had a brother. We were 2 years apart. There's always a sibling rivalry. Which one of you is the better athlete?
Me.
By stats, her. But I'm all around. I can do anything.
Yeah. That's probably
have y'all always been competitive like that? Do you remind each other of things like that?
Oh, we were doing it right before this started.
Just before we got on, they were looking at something saying, oh, yeah, look how many of these we have. Look how many of this we have. Talking about trophies and things that they've got.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always fun. What do you Dana, do you ever have to kind of step between them and kind of sort of separate them a little bit when they get a little fiery?
Well, actually, we have boxing gloves, so we just pull them out.
I would imagine so. Well, Grant, I want to ask you about this football season. What is it like to play for Dale Pruitt? He's been around a long, long time, and he does a lot of things probably the old school way. What is it like to play for Coach Pruitt?
He's hilarious. He's more like funny outside of practice, but when we get to practice, he's more serious. But he knows what he's doing. But yeah, he's just funny, especially in the field house. But he's more of a serious guy when it comes to football.
Yeah, during football practice, sometimes he get on his soapbox. Yes, I know sometimes when I'm asking about things like social media and things like that, he doesn't really like things like that.
Yeah, no, he tells us to put our phones up in the kitchen before each game. I don't think, no offense to Coach Pruitt, none of us do that, but
yeah,
love the guy, but But he loves us, and he truly does care about us.
Yeah. As soon as he came back, of course, he was in the program before he came back. Could you tell that it was going to be different when he came back to Plainview, the way he does things? Because he's always – everything he's touched has always seemed to turn to gold. And I'm sure when he came in, he had a plan, he had a focus, and you've kind of watched it unwind.
Yeah, like you said, a couple weeks, he was in an interview and he said, my grade's been playing since freshman year, and it's just we've been scratching at it the whole way, and we're finally now clicking, getting stronger, being in the weight room. It's finally starting to click this year.
Well, last year, the first part of the season, y'all would play good for a half, and then you kind of collapse. Of course, some of that, you had a lot of young players, and a lot of that was probably not really assured of yourself. But in the second half of the season, y'all started playing 4 quarters and started having some success. Did that carry over to this year?
Yes, sir. I think it's more Jeremy's like he put in our head, like he's beating in our head this year, like to buy in because we could go far this year.
Yeah, definitely. So, well, of course, when the season started, naturally, the thing is to win a state championship, get to the playoffs, win a region title, and possibly go undefeated. When did you know during what game? There had to be a game in there where that kind of sort of let you guys know that, hey, we're pretty darn good here. We got a chance to go unbeaten. Or was there a game that kind of sort of made you feel that way?
Oh, Pisgah for sure. I like some guys from Pisgah, but like I don't want to go that far.
Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong. It's all competitive. I mean, everybody understands. Of course, now it's playoff time, and I know you talked about being nervous, and you're going to be. But you just kind of sort of treat this. I've been through the same thing you have. When I played at Valley Head, we went to the finals, and 1 week at a time. You can only focus on you. So, the biggest thing is, and I'm going to give you advice, is to cherish every moment, because this is the greatest part of being in high school, being your senior year, and being in the playoffs. So I'm going to give you advice to, enjoy every moment of it, and please, because all these guys you're playing football with now, it's a relationship that's not ever going to go away. You're going to have a certain brotherhood no matter what happens.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Phil, before you move on, Grant, do you mind if I ask, you got 2 Coach Pruitts on the coaching staff. When you holler one Coach Pruitt, do both of them answer, or how do y'all have something that you designate which one is which?
Dale's kind of like he's kind of deaf, really.
Hard of hearing.
He's got selective hearing, I would say that.
Yeah.
But when I say Coach Pruitt, it's more like whoever you're looking at responds.
Okay. Go ahead, Phil.
Hey, well, I want to ask you this. Does Dale Pruitt, does he call you by name or does he call you by number? I know in the past, he would call everybody by number rather than name. Does he do that?
It's more number, but he's got some players he calls by their name.
I know sometimes he had talked about he would see a face and he would remember their number before he would remember their name. So, he had talked about that in the past. But, this season of football, what are some of the highlights you've had during the year?
Just bonding with the guys, really. This is probably the closest year we've been. But I don't want to I'm not ready for it to go. You told me to cherish it, and I will.
Yeah, definitely so. Well, who are some of the more vocal players on the team? Is there some that kind of like to trash talk a little bit?
I say my stuff sometimes, but it's more Camp Warden, and during practice it's Colton Phillips, but Owen Hopes gets us going sometimes in the huddle.
Well, I want to ask you about this. At the first of the year, knew y'all were going to be good up front on both sides of the ball, but the quarterback position was something that was kind of nobody really knew what was going to happen. Has Owen Hope really stepped in and done the job and really pulled this team together?
He's done a phenomenal job, as you can tell, but he's really a wide receiver, but I do believe he's better at quarterback. And we have Brody, too. I would hate to tackle Brody, I'm not going to lie.
Hey, I understand that. Well, you talked about some of the injuries you've had on the line and whatnot. Who's a couple of the people that are out right now?
We have Hayden Oettinger. He's a senior. He tore his ACL. He's had knee problems before. He tore it again. And then our backup for him got a concussion last week. So we had a D lineman step in and play left tackle last week.
Well, I know one of Hayden's family members. Is he going to try to attempt to come back and play, or do you feel like he's through for the year?
He's through.
He's not going to try to. Because I know he's going to end up having to have surgery again, and that I guess you guys, y'all kind of feel for him.
Oh yes, sir. He was a big part of our team, but he told me that he has no support in his knee. If it locks up, it would just break, and he don't want to go through that.
Yeah, I understand that. Because he's going to have to play through pain naturally too, and I understand that. Well, I want to ask you this: is there an opportunity to go get to play at the next level
for football?
Yes.
I mean, if someone asks me, I will. But
yeah.
I don't. No, I don't. I don't have no offers.
What are you focused on what you're going to do outside of football when you finish? Is there a possibility? Of course, no. You've come on as a golfer also. Are you going to the next level? Are you going to go to college? What are your plans after high school?
I got some people looking at me, but I really want to go Northeast, so close to home. I'll get homesick if I go somewhere far.
Hey, I understand that. Well, what are your interests in? What do you know exactly what you may want to go into?
Probably some trade like plumb or electrical.
That's not a bad trade now. I keep seeing all the time that if you want to be a future millionaire is to go into drywall, plumbing, electric, because that's the demand now. The workforce people right now is becoming the ones that's, really doing well in society. So that's not a bad plan. Is that what you're going to plan to take at Northeast?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, Jada, I want to focus on you a little bit. Of course, you were a big, high school star in softball at Plainview. When you got to Northeast, of course, did you have any other offers besides Northeast?
Sneed State.
You had Sneed. What sold you on Northeast?
I don't have to live there. I live at home. For sure, that was the top reason to stay at home. They have much better classes. The teachers there are the best around. The campus is 10 times better than anywhere else that I've went. It's just overall way better than any other school that I even had interest in, especially being a JUCO.
Yeah, definitely. So, and the facilities are great and they're first rate. Well, what is your take on the coaching staff, Courtney and Joe and Jimmy? Who are you more inclined with? I know Joe Guthrie is your head coach, but who are you kind of clingy to as far as coaches go on that staff?
Now, Jada, before you answer, Coach Guthrie is probably watching this, so just be careful and tread lightly.
Probably. I think he would know that I would probably pick Court because it's just a different connection being a girl to girl. She gets a lot more, definitely on the emotional side. She 100% understands everything that I go through.
Yeah. Well, and I think Coach Guthrie has talked about this. He's more of the, he's kind of the hard the coach. You've got to have that, the discipline and the hard coach. But then you have to have a couple of coaches that's kind of going to put their arm around you and comfort you a little bit, because it's tough going through what you do in college, to not only balance college but to also softball.
Yes. Jimmy is also really good at handling the emotional side. He's always had big spills and talks about how we need to keep one foot in front of the other and just keep pushing through no matter what happens, to keep going. He's really good with emotional speeches.
Yeah, hey, I understand that. Well, tell me this: when you were in high school, of course, you were one of the better players. When you got to college, was it kind of a culture shock in that if you were going to be productive at the college level, you really have to specialize not only at hitting, but of course the position of first base? Is it more of a grind at the college level?
With me playing first base, I've never played first base until I got to college. So it's definitely more of a grind to learn and figure out how to do things just now experiencing it, because I've never had to experience playing first base ever before, and it's definitely a shock to get moved there, but it's definitely something to be grateful for because I'm on the field.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is playing time. Well, how do you balance a day? Of course, tell me how your day goes when you've got softball going on and you've got softball practice and you got school. What time do you get up in the morning? How does your day start and how does your day end?
I normally get up around 7:30 or 7 to go to the gym just to lift a couple of weights, because it helps with my anxiety and stuff, to get my body moving early. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have class in person, and then normally start practice around 1, and I'm done around 4:30, 3:30 to 4:30, and then I have the rest of the day to do homework or spend time with my family.
Yeah, that's it. Does at the college level, do they give you good time balance where you have a lot of freedom?
Definitely, with Joe and all of them being D1 coaches in the previous years, they definitely understand more with time, and they're more experienced with that than I would say other coaches would be, because they understand that we not only have to do softball, but we have to do school. Courtney's really good with keeping us track on school.
Yeah, definitely. Because that's the one thing about Dr. Campbell. When he brought athletics to Northeast, he was not going to let the grade standards drop. So there's a little bit of pressure on y'all to do well in the classroom.
Yes, there is.
Well, tell me this, Jada, your future. Are you planning to possibly go to a 4-year school and play softball, or do you think your career will end at the junior college level? And what are your interests for the future?
So I plan on going to JSU to hopefully be a manager. So it gives me some more experience in being a coach later on. I want to be an elementary teacher to start off, and then possibly turn into an elementary counselor, and also be a coach. I really, really enjoy coaching, especially when I do lessons these days. I really enjoy teaching someone that what I've learned and experienced, because I think sports is a huge life. It teaches us about life and everything. I think that sports are super important for someone's life to experience what you could experience when you're older.
Yeah, hey, I definitely understand that. Sounds like you've got things going on the right track at a young age that you are. That's great. Because, and I'm going to tell you this, I went to college when I was young, never figured out what I want to do, bounced around to everything, started in school in 1985. I got my degree in 2021. So that tells you I didn't know anywhere where I was going. So it sounds like you're on the right path, and that's good. Well, tell me this, since you've been at Northeast, I mean, of course, high school and athletics and all that really prepares you for life. Has playing softball at the college level and being around teachers at the college level, have they kind of broadened your horizon into making you a lot more focused on what your plan is in the future?
I would say so. I would say that they really try to help you in any way that you need to understand what you want to do in the future. Courtney does great with our planning and helping us learn like what we need to take, and everything that we need to continue on. I think that they do an outstanding job with helping us further on our degrees.
Well, tell me this: the teammates. You've got players on the team with you that's from all walks of life. I mean, there's some that's local, some from Skyline Trenton, some that you've probably played against, but you've also got girls that's coming in from other areas. Have you made friendships with people that maybe every day when you grew up in Rainsville, you wouldn't have been friends with those people, but now has this kind of broadened your horizon where you have met people and found different interests in life?
I would say yes. There are a ton of great girls on this team. We really do bond this year, like way better than we did last year. And there are more that are not from here. I would say that there are definitely some new interests. I would say that they do have some humor. We are a very humorous group, but I think I would say that my friends that I have made on this team have definitely changed my viewpoint on a few things. But I'm super grateful for them.
Yeah, definitely. And that's kind of what college is about, is you get to meet people from all walks of life, and you don't really get to choose who you hang out with. I mean, you have to, learn to deal with the people you have there, and you find out that they're a lot more interesting than you think. Well, tell me on your travel trips. I know Coach Guthrie has to try to throw in a little history and where y'all can kind of see things a little bit. When you take those bus rides, does it make you in the future maybe want to travel more?
I've never really been a big road trip person. I personally like to get where I'm going as quick as possible. But I would say he's told me about several different things. When we went to Louisiana, he told me where Bonnie and Clyde were buried, and that was super cool. Definitely want to go and see that one day. And he'll probably know, watching this, that is something I was going to say. But I would say yes, but I would definitely not ride a bus there.
Hey, I understand that. I understand that one. And I'm sure he would, if he had the time, he'd like to show you a few more things. I mean, that's like in the travels I've done. Everybody talks about New Orleans, and you don't really understand New Orleans until you go take the tours around New Orleans and learn the history. And then you learn to appreciate that it's more than just going down there and hanging out in bars, which is what most people is going to tell you about. There's a whole lot more to it than that. So, it's good to get to travel and meet new people and all those types of things. So I'm going to say that being with Joe Guthrie and Courtney and Jimmy, are y'all kind of, yeah, they're your coaches, but do y'all become like maybe be on a first name basis because you have a personal relationship with all three of them?
Oh, for sure. They actually encouraged us to call them by that just so it'd feel like they're more of, just so they could feel like we can go and speak to them. They're very open to any conversation that we have with them. 100% want connections with us, and they're super easy to connect to.
Well, are they real good about letting you be yourself to a certain extent?
Yes, we do meetings one-on-one 3 or 4 times a year, and that's whenever we have the floor and they let us tell them whatever we want to tell them. They're super open to hearing, and they're super open to having hard conversations also.
Well, do they ever? I was meaning to ask Coach Guthrie this. Do y'all have maybe a leadership type team where if the players on the team need to get something resolved, they can go to a coach? Is that individual, or do you kind of get together as a group and do that?
So last year we had a leadership council, and that's what we would do. But it wasn't. It worked, but it wasn't like where players would come to us. Because I was on it, but players wouldn't really come to us. We would really just express our opinions as a group and would talk to him about it. But this year, we're more of sophomore-led, and honestly, we don't need a leadership council for this team because everyone's super open and honest, and we bond together so well that we don't need a whole council for this team.
So pretty much what you're saying is y'all hold each other accountable, and if there's an issue, y'all take care of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That is very good. Well, Dana, I know you're proud of these two, and you want to see them be successful. Uh, you know, and I know you say you're vocal at football games. I want to ask you about the family that you have sort of grown at Northeast, and the people, their parents, and all that stuff, and the parents at Plainview football games. Have y'all all become very close knit, especially when you see these young people be successful?
Yeah, I would say at the high school level, I'm really close with a lot of people there, the parents of, Jada's age kids and Grant's age kids. We're very, very close at Plainview. We live in a small community. We're just a small kind of sports town. There's a lot of sports driven things about Plainview and in this area in general. So we're really close. It's honestly been difficult with the softball at the college level to really bond with other families. It's just a different kind of softball atmosphere. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's just, I don't know how to explain it other than it's just different. I know I go and I'm supporting Jada and the team, of course, at all costs. But it's just a different kind of support and a different kind of parents bonding than at the high school level, as what I've experienced so far.
Well, I can kind of see that because it's people from different walks of life. You don't probably have a whole lot in common. Like a lot of folks at Plainview are all working folks. They go to work every day. They sacrifice for their kids. They come to the ball games on night, and probably some of them goes to work the next day. So a lot of it that you have a lot of things in common. I'm sure at the college level, there's so many people from so many different walks of life.
Yes. Yeah,
And
a lot of them live in different areas. Everybody don't come to every game. It's just I guess when you go there, you don't know who's going to be there, who's not. You don't know who to bond with and who not to because you don't really know everybody well. I think that's something that maybe I wish was a little different. I feel like I would enjoy it better if I was more involved with some of the other parents and family members and friends that was in the audience. But, I'm there to support Jada and the team regardless.
Well, one thing I saw, I went to one of the softball games, the one home game. Well, went to one of the two at the first of the fall. But Coach Tom Shanklin makes his soccer team go to the events. He makes them go, and they were all there. And it was great to see them there because there was 2 or 3 in the stands there that was heckling the other team. And I just thought that was great. And maybe that's something that will help grow what you're talking about.
Yeah, hopefully so. I think that, with Northeast just now getting started with the softball and the soccer and, new coaches coming in for both of those programs and, looking to the future, I think that the Northeast college sports stuff will grow and be better. Everything takes time. But I'm so thankful that Northeast is literally 5 minutes from our house.
Yeah.
It's something that, as a mother, I've dreamed that my kids could go get a college education and be 5 minutes from me. And it's honestly just been a blessing to our family.
Well, talking to, I don't know if y'all heard any of where we had Dr. Campbell on, him talking about gutting the middle part of the college where the student center and all that is. That means everything that I knew about that college will be gone. There won't be nothing left because when I went there, that was the central part of everything. And then too, going to have that, the walking area for people, that's between the soccer field and the softball field, and then the cross country area where they'll have to be able to have home events. That's really going to make this college huge and, and a lot better even for later generation people, and even Dr. Campbell's talked about bringing back basketball and baseball. to Northeast. It might not happen during his tenure, but that's a wonderful thing. And, and people don't realize how huge that Northeast is for this community, not only in DeKalb County, but also in Jackson County.
Yes, I think that's wonderful. Like I said, we're so fortunate to have it so close to our home, and there is a lot of community that in this area that will benefit from utilizing Northeast for their college, and then with the sport being there to bring on players from outside and close that can continue to play their sport and get a college education at a cheaper price than go into a 4-year college right off the bat. And I think it's wonderful. I sure hope that the basketball and baseball does come sooner the better.
Yeah, that would be nice. Well, Grant, I want to ask you a couple of questions. This year's been a monumental year. And I know a lot of times you don't pay attention to the stands. I mean, you don't really, and I know when I played, you don't really hear the crowd, but you can feel the energy from the crowd when you're out playing on the field. Has that been at a real high level this year?
It has. Our community is very supportive, and especially on fourth downs, Coach Pruitt gets up and starts yelling, like gets the whole stands on their feet, and it's just like gives you chill bumps. It's a surreal moment.
Yeah, hey, I understand that. Well, have y'all gotten a lot of more attention? Do y'all get fed more? Do you get to go to more functions? I know because everybody loves a winner and they want to be on board. Are y'all doing a lot more off the field together than you have in the years past?
Once it was volleyball season, we would go watch some volleyball games, but it's really after practice. Sometimes we get fed, but it's more hang out with like a couple friends on the team.
Now, y'all do talk about the feeding program. Y'all get fed every day at school, right?
We get fed Monday through Thursday, and then we get a pregame meal on Friday.
Yeah, we do have a program that the parents in the football club, the varsity boys do get fed every day at school. A good, healthy, high-calorie, high-protein meal, getting them ready for their football game that week.
Yeah, well, I want to ask you this. Does Coach Pruitt stress that a lot about eating well, getting rest at night, and those types of things? Does he talk to you continuously about that?
Both Coach Pruitts are pretty strong about that, especially Dale. He wants us to eat a lot. And Jeremy's more about the protein shakes. We got a fridge full of protein shakes, waters, and Gatorades that he wants us to drink.
Well, to tell me this year, I know Coach Pruitt wants to keep you, Dale Pruitt wants to keep you on a level head because you don't want to get too high and you don't want to get too low. And I'm sure every Monday it's put the win behind you on Friday and focused on the next week. Has he cautioned y'all about being complacent?
For sure. He tells us every day we have to go 1-0 each week. And during the season, it wouldn't matter about us. Say we played an all right team, we would not focus on them and focus on the team next week. We wanted to focus on them that week so we can go 1-0 each week. But it's just been he wants to stay humble about ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. So, he's that type of person, Well, I want to ask you, is there any kind of funny story you've got about Coach Pruitt?
Well, when I was a freshman, we had a coach that was running routes, and Coach Pruitt was in the way, and he got leveled. He got ran over. And so I can't tell most of the stories, but there's some funny stories.
There is some funny ones. Well, is there anything that that if ever happens in practice, it's going to set him off?
Dale, he's more of a nonchalant guy, but if we fall on the ground, Jeremy gets on us pretty hard. He wants us to stay up off the ground.
Yeah. is about Jeremy. Does he push you real hard? I mean, he's an outstanding football coach. We know that because he's coached at many levels. Is he's big about pushing you beyond your limits at times?
Yeah, but he knows our limits also, especially when Owen got hurt. He put Jansen in, take a spot for a little bit, and it's just more taking accountability for each other.
Well, are you amazed at sometimes at how good a coach how good a coach that Jeremy Pruitt is? I mean, because he knows a lot. Because I've seen him firsthand. Does it amaze you sometimes of what a good football coach he is?
It's like he's speaking another language when he's writing up defensive calls. I'm glad I don't play I played linebacker last year, and it's way harder this year. I feel bad for our linebackers this year. It's confusion, but we're getting it done right now.
Yeah, well, that's
Grant
good.
did tell me, I can't remember if it was the first of this season or last year, but Grant told me that as far as Jeremy Pruitt, he said that I think there was about 2 months into what they were doing, and Grant had came home and said, "Mom, I've learned more in this time frame from Jeremy Pruitt than I've learned my whole football career." He said he's so smart and just coaches so well. So we're thankful for that.
Yeah, I think that goes in hand where I think Jeremy is a real good teacher. He teaches the game well. He knows the game, and he's able to explain it to others. And it's kind of basic to him. Even his brother told me that I've talked to him at times. It's amazing how you can sit in front of a TV and he'll call the offensive play time and time and time again. And he said, and I would just sit there and it was like he had already watched the game and went back and was, but he would just call, what the offense was doing. I guess that's amazing. That's really helped the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, the Pruitts just know football, all of them. Luke, Dale, and Jeremy. They're pretty amazing at what they do.
Yeah, and they're all three totally different people, but they all get the same result.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what's amazing about all three of them. Well, Grant, I know, this Friday, what do you know about the team you're playing? Do you know a little bit about them? What are their strengths? Have you studied enough film on them or seen them enough to know what to expect Friday?
They're a front-loaded team. They're going to hit you in the mouth. They're not scared of contact. But I think we got a good game plan. Very confident. We got to control the line of scrimmage. That's game of football, basically, control the line of scrimmage. But they fumble a lot or more than normally. We just got to be aware of that.
Yeah, create turnovers. That may be a big factor in the game. It always is in the playoff time because because really you don't know your opponent, so you got to focus on you more and less than anything else. Well, Howie, I'm gonna turn it over and let you ask a few questions.
All right, we got a question offline here. Jason Trotter says, "Where is Chris Hampton at?"
Well, he had a city council meeting tonight, so he went to it. He's actually pulled up but didn't come in. I told him to come on in, but he hadn't. Yeah,
tell him to come in. We'll speak to him in a minute.
Well, he should be listening. So, Chris, come on in.
Yeah.
You better be watching.
Yeah.
Sandy Harold says he hears his mama. I'm not sure what she's talking about, but anyway.
He hears his mama?
Yep. So, all right, Jada, let me start with you. Something that you mentioned earlier that I made a note on. It says that you're playing first base at Northeast, but you didn't play it in high school. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Where did you play at in high school?
Third base.
What made them decide to put you at first?
There's some girls at third base that are quicker on their left and the right than I am, and for me I have to keep my bat in the lineup, keep my bat on the field. So first base is where he put me, and I'm perfectly fine with playing first base.
She's really done. I was as her mama and watching her play softball all these years at third base, and when she was going to be a first baseman, it just blew my mind because I just could never imagine that. But she has done, I think, exceedingly well with the adjustment. To go at a college level and totally switch up a position and her do what she's done. I think she's done phenomenal, and I'm so proud of her.
Sandy Harrell made a kind of clarified what she's talking about. She said that one of you three is really loud.
Oh, that's probably me. That's me.
So,
that's
Jada,
my mom. That's Nana.
Oh, okay. Jada, what number do you wear at Northeast?
9.
Did you get to? Okay, I see that now. Yeah. What made you decide to wear number 9?
I've worn number 9 since I was able to walk.
Where did you get number 9 though?
From my mom. She wore it also.
I wore number 9.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That works. Seems like we got a guest coming in.
But not at the college level.
Grant, you wear 65?
Yes, sir.
What made you decide to wear 65?
I got to dress out my 8th grade year, and Coach Pruitt, not Coach Pruitt, Nick Ledbetter, our principal now. I just walked in the laundry room and picked 65 out. Just a simple decision, I guess.
I was a little disappointed, but then they told me that the way football numbers work, you can't be on the line and have a number 9.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay,
Jason,
well, see, I thought he was just kidding. He just wanted a different number because I was like, you always have to be number 9 because he was 9 and everything else.
Jason Younger's got a comment about Jada saying that she's also a great second baseman as a freshman. Are you holding out on us? How many positions did you play in high school?
I played third and second. I won state at both.
What your
She
state
also
champion?
used to be a pitcher, so
I
she
did
pitched
grow
for a
up
while.
pitching.
Your state championship rings. What have you done with them? Where are they at?
They're sitting up in my room along with all my other trophies that Grant doesn't have.
Oh no!
Boo, boo, boo. That's what I was hoping for.
Boxing
Well,
glove.
I'm gonna have to get out the boxing gloves.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Chris, everybody's been asking where you been at, man.
I know it. They miss me.
Absolutely. Something I've asked everyone, and I can't let y'all get out without asking y'all, and we'll start with Grant. Grant, any superstitions or anything that you got to do before you take the field on Friday nights?
I'm just chilling on game day. We got a little group in the old coach's office that just lays on our phone. But I'm not really superstitious about football as more golf.
Well, I got to know about the golf. Don't leave me hanging, man. What do you do
I
at
was
golf?
going to say, y'all, a good question to ask Grant would be, what does he like better, football or golf?
I would say football. It's more teaching.
You play offense and defensive line, both?
I play a little defensive line.
Which would you rather, if you had a chance, which would you rather play?
Probably offensive line. It's more not tiring.
Jada, you got any superstitions that you do before you take the field?
I have to run 2 poles now before every game because I did it one game when my nerves were pretty high and it worked. So I just stay with that. I normally just do whatever works. If I wear certain ribbon one day and I hit good, I stay with it until I don't hit good, and then I get rid of it.
How about mom and dad? Do they have any superstitions before the games or anything they have to do?
Dad, do you?
I'm not really superstition. Like we painted the field a different color this past game against Madison Academy, and I was so afraid that we was going to lose, and I was consider it bad luck. We painted the field different, so I'm not really superstition. I have superstitious tendencies.
All right, Mom. What about you?
I really don't have anything like that. I don't really believe in that.
But I guess but you got to feel like you've got to be at every game, though, right?
Oh, for sure. Now, if I'm not there, it's a bad day.
Yeah.
So, Grant, what music do you listen to before you go out on the field?
It's really I just watch TikTok. Really, I don't really listen to music.
So, which do you prefer, 6 or 7?
I prefer 6.
There we go. Jada, how about you with the music?
Probably worship music. Anything that really gets me out of my head, because that's a big problem I have. Is I'm very mental about everything. So anything that gets me out of my head, I listen to podcasts a lot. Podcasts really help me talk through some things that I might not think about, but I normally listen to podcasts instead of music.
And what's your favorite podcast?
I like the Sadie Robertson one. She's really good.
What's your second favorite podcast?
Oh, y'all.
Hey, well, what about you? Hey, what's the favorite scoreboard you like to listen to?
Y'all's. WQSB. Yeah.
I've listened to that since probably like 1996, almost every single Friday night.
Yeah. It's become a happening thing, I reckon, what everybody tells me. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to promote communities and these young people. Of course, this is too. But I've found out over the years, it means a lot to folks getting in the car on Friday night and listening to the scoreboard on the way home.
Yes. When I heard your voice, Phil, on the golf course, when you were talking, and I was like, I know that voice. I know that voice.
Yeah.
I was like, I know this voice. And it hit me. You have that just a very familiar voice. I guess it's because I have listened to it so many times on Friday night.
And after you saw his face, you realized why he's on the radio.
Hey, my wife will turn me on. I said, turn it off. I can't stand to hear myself talk. I cannot stand it.
Oh, you have a great voice.
Jada, what type of food do you enjoy eating?
I love soups. This is my favorite time of the year. Because that's my favorite, any type of soup.
You have one particular favorite?
I like the lasagna soup. That just got popular. It's really good.
Well, what? That's a new one on me.
Lasagna. I haven't heard of that one.
You have to look it up. It's good.
Absolutely. Grant, how about you?
Basically anything that don't have vegetables in it.
You sound like my nephew. Everything he orders, no vegetables.
He loves red beans and rice.
I like
Chineke sausage.
Chicken Alfredo the most, probably.
He likes a lot of things. He's a big eater.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all. Jada, I'm going to go ahead and ask you this. What's your favorite subject in school and maybe your favorite teacher?
I like math right now because it's in person, so it's more of a connection with the teachers. But my favorite teacher was probably Miss Bergman. She was super. She loved sports. She came to every game, as many as she could at least. But she was super encouraging and always helped us with anything that we needed.
Grant, you're coming up. That's the same question towards you, man.
I'm not really a big school person, but I like ag and just about ag.
You have a favorite teacher?
Of all time or right now?
Oh yeah, all time.
I want to shout out Miss Detter. But right now, probably Mr. Hall, our ag teacher.
Awesome. Good deal. Phil, you have any more things or any more questions before we let this great family go?
Well, I can ask you this. Grant, what is your favorite thing to do after a win on a football Friday night?
Probably go to Taco Bell.
Eat Taco Bell.
Eat Taco Bell. I know everybody likes to hang out in the restaurants on Friday nights now. What about Jada? When you come up with a big win or end a softball game, what do you like to do after a softball game?
If it's at home, I normally go home and be with my family, really, because it's harder to have a connection outside of at the school because the girls, they go to their apartments or it's just different for sure from high school. Like we would go out to eat after. Sometimes I do that in college, but it's just a different atmosphere. Most of the time I just go home or we'll sit on the bus on the way back and we'll listen to music all together or sleep.
Well, I want to ask you, back at Northeast, students, they're starting to have classes where students are starting to come back to campus. And when I went out there, that's all there was. And I enjoyed that part of it because you got to meet more people. Dr. Campbell talked about this. Are you seeing them have more and more classes where students are coming back to school now?
Yes. Last year I had several older people. Like I thought I would be in a classroom full of people with the same age as me, and I was completely wrong. Most of them were way older than me or a couple of years older than me. There's definitely way more people coming back to school than there has ever been.
Yeah. Do you find it intriguing to get to talking to know those people because they have experiences in life that you haven't, and it's kind of neat that way because when I went to school it was that way for me.
I do. I've talked to some older people that even have kids, and they'll bring their kids in this classroom, and it's just you can definitely see their story with how they present themselves, and it's super interesting seeing how many older people will be in your class, and you just never know these days.
Yeah. Well, that sounds good because I'm hoping it gets back that way because I think students at the college level miss a lot, and like what you're talking about, Dana, is that bond. You're not seeing it at the softball game. You're not really seeing it at the colleges on campus. But hopefully it gets back that way because that's the way it needs to be because that's what college is about to me.
Yeah. I hope so. I think, since COVID, lots of things have changed, and definitely the, being in person and being close and, just people are just now, I feel like, feeling a little safer about coming together, being together more often, and maybe building those bonds just because it was so taboo on our health for so long.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, definitely. I understand that. Well, Chris, I want to ask you a question. You've got these two that are competitive, that are close enough to where they're competitive against each other. Do you have to play referee sometimes?
Oh no, I just switch day to day by who's my favorite. So
yeah,
one day Jed is my favorite, the next day Grant's my favorite.
Oh, okay.
I kind of ag it on.
Oh,
Y'all are not seeing some of these comments that I'm seeing, so I'm fixing to pop some.
I can imagine.
I'm fixing to pop some up and read them out real quick.
Okay.
Ryan Horton says, "Why is the TikTok star so quiet? His popularity probably got this all set up."
Yeah. I've got a TikTok video. It's pretty popular out there. You'll have to check it out.
Jason Trailer says he was wondering the same thing. His video went viral.
Oh yeah. It's got like 2 million something views.
Yeah.
And Ryan Horton says if he takes his shirt off, he will get this video viral.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I did that in the state championship and got us to the finals. So.
And then Michael Young says, we all know Jada is your favorite.
That's true.
But Grant is her favorite.
We're not hearing no denying of any of this stuff. So I guess all that is true, huh?
I think that's just kind of how it works. Jada has been wrapped around her daddy's finger since day one. So I had to take on Grant.
So I had to step away before, when Phil got started to take care of a couple things real quick behind the scenes. But I think I did hear something about y'all enjoyed food, enjoyed eating, and all this stuff. So, can I ask some food questions real quick?
Sure.
This is for all of you. This will be for all of you. Pizza.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
pineapple belong on pizza?
Oh, no.
Grant.
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Oh, Chris.
No.
We're split half and half, but yes.
50-50 there. Why do you say it
Barbecue
belongs? No barbecue pizza.
No.
That's crazy.
I like that barbecue pizza now. I don't, the pineapple, with barbecue pizza is pretty good. Why do y'all like the pineapple on the pizza?
Because they're weird. Muslims.
We like a little salty with our sweet.
There you go. Grant's covering his face up. All right. Taco, I heard, something was mentioned about Taco Bell earlier. Hard shell or soft shell tacos? Jada,
Soft shell.
Dana,
Soft.
Grant,
Soft.
Chris.
I like them hard.
What? So when y'all get a family pack, how do y'all divide that up with 3 for soft and 1 for the hard?
We normally don't get family packs. We normally just get whatever we want.
Last one: French fries or tater tots? Dana.
Awful.
French fries.
Dana.
French fries.
Chris.
French fries. Tater tots are the worst thing in the world.
Grant.
It depends what sauce we're dipping in there. If you give me a good Chick-fil-A sauce, I'm gonna pick French fries. But if we got like some good ketchup or like honey mustard, I'm gonna pick tater tots.
Okay. That's a brand new answer on me. I kind of like that. It makes a whole lot of sense there. Well, guys, we appreciate y'all's time. It's been an honor and a privilege to have y'all on. Jada, best of luck Thursday for the last fall game.
Yes. Thank you.
Grant, Friday night, best of luck at the playoff game, home playoff game. I know there'll be a big crowd out on your side for Plainview to support y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Dana, back-to-back games on Thursday and Friday. Is your voice going to be able to hold out?
I hope so.
Because I'm assuming, I know you got to get loud for the football. I'm assuming you get loud for the softball as well.
Yeah, I get pretty loud. Definitely more loud for the football, but I do get loud for both.
Jada, do you hear her when you're out there playing?
Sometimes not. More at the football games, definitely, than I would say at softball.
Good deal. Phil, you got anything before we let this family out of here?
Now, Chris, I know this is putting the cart before the horse. As the football team gets on into the playoffs, are you going to do something that like what you've talked about, so that a video will go viral if they win a state championship?
I'd be willing to try it.
Yeah, that sounds good. Well, Grant, I want to ask you this: Does the other family members here, if they get the opportunity, did they try to embarrass you?
I would say so.
Yeah.
I guess I'm pretty easy to pick on.
Yeah. Okay.
Good deal. Well, guys, it's a tradition on here. The last segment we always do is shout outs. We're going to start with Jada. You have any shout outs for anyone?
Shout out my nanny and my uncle. I know they're watching. So Sandy and Michael are watching for sure. Any of my friends or family that is watching or will watch, thanks for supporting. And thank y'all for letting us on this podcast. It's been a privilege, and just super grateful for y'all and everything that y'all done.
And I'm hoping if somebody asks you again what one of your favorite podcasts is, you'll remember this one.
Yeah.
I will.
Dana, you have any shout outs?
I just want to shout out to my family for supporting both of my children throughout the years, and my work for being, like I said, allowing me to not miss hardly anything with them, and I'm so thankful for that. So, yeah, just not anybody in particular. I don't think, just y'all for allowing us to come on. It's been exciting and fun, and we're very grateful and blessed.
I know we've got a lot of viewers tonight, so if y'all are not following River City Media, go follow, like, share, subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Every little bit helps us out to get the word out, and we make absolutely positively zero on this, but we do get people out there to know about these young individuals that are playing these sports and everything, and we've actually have helped a couple people get recognized and be able to get a couple scholarship offers as well. So it's not just us. We do this for the young people. Grant, any shout outs?
I'd like to shout out the Plainview community, the people that come support every Friday, and my friends and family.
Last and not least, Mr. TikTok himself, Chris. You have any shout outs?
I just want to give y'all a shout out for providing this opportunity for these two. They really work hard and put a lot of work in to get where they're at. And so, I mean, I know I aggravate Grant a lot, but I love him just as much as I do Jada. But and give a shout out to Jason Traylor there, because I know he wanted to see me without my shirt on, but not tonight.
We are a G-rated program on it.
Right. Yeah. I hate for y'all to get flagged.
And,
Yeah.
But one last question. Now, I wasn't going to ask this until I asked Chris about the shout outs, and then Jada and Grant both kind of cover their face a little bit like, oh no, what is he going to say? Were y'all worried about what he was going to say?
For sure.
Yes.
I make them a little nervous.
Keeps them on their toes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They inherit your charm, so that's just part of it. I'm sure they do the same to others, right?
Yeah, Grant's a lot like me when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Angela Croft, real quick, says pepperoni and pineapple.
No.
Sounds pretty good.
Mm-mm.
Chris, is there any food that you really do like?
Even in a pizza restaurant, I mean, period.
Is there any food that you really like? Because you don't like tater tots, you don't like pineapple.
Listen, look at me. I like food. I just don't like pineapple or barbecue on a pizza. So anything else besides that, I'm pretty good.
How you like your steak?
Oh, medium rare. Depends on where it's at. Rare. Good steakhouse.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah, guys, we appreciate. Oh, Ryan is saying that Chris can wash a car really good.
y'all have to search my name on TikTok and watch it. Y'all really enjoy that.
Jada's shaking her head no.
What?
Yeah, Jada's just embarrassed because I didn't give her credit. She was filming it.
Jada, do you realize that your teammates is going to see all this stuff and probably be asking you about it?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Me taking my shirt out is the only reason Joe recruited her.
Oh, awesome. Good deal. Hey, thanks for y'all's time.
Jada, sometime at softball game, I want to look you up if I get to one of them and get a photo with you so we can share it on River City Media.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I gotta get off here. All these comments coming in is starting to tickle me. I gotta get off. Y'all can go and check them out after that. So we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us. Like I said, best of luck, Jada. Thursday, last fall game, get a little break, and then before you realize it, spring will be here, and you'll be playing the real games then. And Grant, best of luck at the playoff game. I'm trying to think who y'all play. I remember hearing it. Lauderdale Kent. No, who y'all play? Brooks.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Best of luck Friday night against Brooks, and go out and get that W, and go get you some Taco Bell as soon as it's over with.
Yes, sir.
So, Dana, thanks for letting us spend a little time, take an hour away from y'all's family time to join us tonight. And if we can help y'all out in any way, be sure to let us know.
Thank y'all so much. We really enjoyed it.
Not as much as we did. So
Yeah.
not as much as we did. We enjoyed it, and thanks for everything. So for Phil Harris, I'm the Howard Chaney, and our special guest tonight, the Hamptons and the TikTok star Chris Hampton himself making a cameo appearance. We appreciate that. Not very often we get a 2 million view person on here. So
I know it.
so
Yeah.
you know. So thank y'all. Good night, everybody, and God